Different story, right? Duro, very new support here in the LCK, playing for BNK yesterday. This is Beryl, who was probably perfect. Will be able to just press dominance and try to weather the storm, but this is, yeah, this is real dangerous. I see what you did there. The ultimate has been precast, but there it is. I just don't know what he's going to be able to do here. He goes and has a nap, and that is going to be first blood going over to Ona. And meanwhile, underneath the turret here, Ragnarok has been popped, and Pioshik has to flash. Deft not quite able to grab it quickly enough, but still going to be able to lock down the kill. So both top laners are being... There is some some camps to take down. The Ragnarok, like you were talking about, still up and available. Let's see whether this can work in a 3v2, as there is the Ragnarok coming down. Bowling ball avoided, as Beryl is just dead. That's the watch out eat from Ona, as he is going to get pushed back there momentarily.
You take Dragon, okay, we're going to take this top lane tier 1, get some first tower gold.
Well, Deft, he can make it rain. That makes things a little bit annoying there for Ona to be able to catch up, and that is going to be that Dragon taken down. But I think the trade here, not exactly fantastic for KT.
And we see actually Pioshik and Beryl moving up towards the top side of the map, so perhaps that might just be the game plan.
Yeah.
Just trade the Dragons and one apiece, not really too much concern either way, whatever the soul is. CP ready, he's out of vision if they want to move, and I think KT just giving this one up.
Yeah, it looks like this one's not going to be something that they can actually fight for. We'll have a look at what soul it is going to be. Both of these compositions are kind of built for, as far as getting that wombo down, finding these engages, finding the angles, allowing Zeus to run amok, or allowing Deft to find that big ulti as Flash has to come out here as the Dominus has been popped. Perfect. Going down so incredibly low. Teleports coming in from everyone as Ona kind of creep blocked, and that is going to be somehow BDD picking up that kill. As a result,
incremental advantages, you make 2 mistakes. It doesn't feel like they're massive mistakes, but now BDD's also picking up this tower. He is just suddenly monster fed out of nowhere. You know, you got the gold. I guess you're not going to...
Wow, BDD started up the Dragon. He's not a member of the Dragon Preservation Society.
Or maybe he left, you know?
Oh, yeah, maybe he had to leave because otherwise they were never going to be able to get the objective. Speaking of objectives, T1, they're just going to run over towards this Baron, and the Dragon will be taken, but can there be any responses? Beryl just dives in there. All right, maybe that's the response. It's perfect, just pokes his head in, and then hops out again immediately, and KT have stopped the Baron.
Yeah, they started to take some damage, and I think they were really conscious of the freshly level 16 BDD. You'll be doing something, and like a glass will smash or something, and immediately
all the blood drains out of your face. Yeah. Back, hoofing it as fast as he can.
Okay, but Deft can get vision with Make It Rain. That's all they have right now. They're just going to have to go for it.
Yeah, they're going to have to try and find an angle. Here's the Magnet Storm looking to try and keep them out of the pit. And Pioshik still gets in, but it's not going to be good enough. Look at this AoE damage, it's gigantic. But T1 are still just going to be able to get out of there with the purple buff in hand.
It's a successful heist, but it still feels weirdly... You know, it worked. They got the Baron, but BDD is still so strong. It still doesn't feel like a true victory right now. They lose one member, they get away.
They're all really good items.
You know, this feels like an aiming spoiler game.
Oh, it really does. I feel like we watched this yesterday. And aiming won a few of those games. So we can see that building up the Smolder is certainly something that does work. But now it's T1's forte. This is where they get to utilize their control of the map. And you can see able to take down inner turret in the top lane. And it looks like Zeus will be able to protect this siege minion as well, getting to work in this mid lane. For Grubs, there's a 6,000 gold lead. As T1, they've started up the Dragon. Vision now given over to KT. As teleports to come in. Let's see what can happen here as the Dragon does fly by, but it's just a little bit of damage onto Ona. They get the edge. Pioshik, they do manage to avoid the Chains of Corruption largely, but in goes Ona, he goes golden. Can they find the sleeps they're looking for? The flash out from BDD, but he's still going to get taken down. And this is like what you were talking about, Orcs. Unfortunately, sometimes the little Dragon just goes pop, and T1, they are just crushing KT with their wallets now. It's a little bit anticlimactic, but that is the way T1 are going to do it as they look to try and bring us to the next game with match point in hand. That's going to be the clean ace. And T1, I think, just marching up the mid lane.
BDD, he's got a QSS in his inventory, just bought it now, but it's too late. Ends up getting CC'd, ends up going down, and that Smolder, who felt like such a threat, goes down with a whimper. T1, the incremental advantages, apparently we're enough to win them this game.
They're going to make a little bit more proactive play there on the side of KT. I was praising them for their patience.
These were the best highlights from today's LCK matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say,
Okay.
See you on the next one.